Welcome back. Well, equity markets are under pressure, but what's happening with the commodity space? Manisha Gupta is joining in. Today we are focusing on crude, Manisha. A lot of commentary coming in from Trump as well.
Oh, well, yes, it has been very, very volatile the last 24 hours when you look at the crude oil prices. And while we did see prices trying to come above $75 early in the Asian markets, but that's not the case right now. Oh, we are back around that. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. It has been very volatile. The range that we've seen for the day today has been 74.2 to 75.5 on the higher side. Well, a couple of things really. One, there's an expectation of fiscal spending and then tax cuts as well come in US, as Trump has been saying. And then there are concerns on trade tariffs on China. China, remember, is still the largest consumer of crude oil. So the kind of reactions that we could come from there is something to see for. Having said that, China seems to be fast moving away from crude oil into EVs, batteries and electrical. So in that sense, the crude oil demand has been declining, even if by a small margin, but it has been going down. The third thing really is that as Trump comes back, there are expectations that you could be looking at sanctions coming back on Iran, on Venezuela and such more conversations. Brent crude prices have continued to be volatile. We've seen prices trade between this year until now at a range of 68 on the lower side to 91 on the higher side. But for most part of last quarter and so it has continued to trade below 80. We have seen 17% of decline in the previous quarter for the crude prices as well. IEA also says that the U.S. inventories have gained by nearly 2.1 million barrels. The U.S. crude production in the month of August and September has been at a record 13 million barrels. So all of those factors continue to be bearish for the prices. Having said that, it is the US Fed meeting today and China stimulus. So the next 2 days continue to be very eventful, and that's exactly where the markets will take cues from.
Thank you very much for that. We will slip into a very short break on that note. We'll come back and touch base with the management of Team Lee's. The stock is down close to about 6%. On a year-on-year basis, we've seen the company's profits fall by nearly 10%. Maybe that explains the weakness in the stock. We'll touch base with the management to find out the outlook for the second half of the year.